Once again, giving you the imagery that Tony Stark is sort of a Christ type, and here he's offering to save the world through the means of peace. He's in a court scene, and he's being questioned in front of the judge. I mean, Jesus was in court being questioned in front of the judges too, and we know that Jesus is called the Prince of Peace, right? So listen to this scene.
We're safe. America is secure. You want my property? You can't have it. But I did you a big favor. I have successfully privatized world peace.
So here he is bringing world peace. That's kind of his mission. In fact, the same mission that Jesus had. You have heard it said, you shall love your neighbor and hate your enemy. But I say unto you, love your enemies, bless those that curse you, do good to those that hate you, and pray for those who spitefully use you and persecute you, right? Jesus was the Prince of Peace. He came to really share how we were supposed to live peacefully.
So
now,
if God, if the enemy is like God, and the good guy is like Jesus, that seems like a good thing, right?
Right, so on the surface, when you watch these and you kind of recognize, okay, there's some Jesus-type parallels, but when you really analyze his character is totally different than Jesus, right? He's totally this rich narcissist. Was Jesus rich?
No.
Did he come to the earth in all of his wealth? No way. So who is the rich one in the world that can promise you anything, right? So even though he's set up to be like Jesus, that's more of an antichrist type character. So here the bad guy in here, Ivan, you can see things written on the wall. It says Tony Stark is here to save the world, and Ivan is here talking about Tony Stark. Listen to what he says.
If you can make God bleed, people will cease to believe in him.
So he says, if you could make God bleed, people will cease to believe in him, right? But that's kind of the whole angle that the Iron Man 2 is taking. He's trying to hurt Tony Stark and Iron Man. Here's the picture. Tony Stark is here to save the world. Once again, that imagery we see popping through.
I guess what's fascinating about that statement he just made is God did bleed, you know? Yeah. And instead of people not believing in him, people believe in him because of that.
Right. So this scene right here, Ivan is in prison. Tony Stark comes to visit him in prison, which I think is very interesting. And the dialogue that happens back and